That's where you use it.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Domino Paris 21 here. Just here hanging out at a friend's place. And yeah, so we're here doing a top 5 video for you guys. Special guest, I Am Vanguard.
Hey, Vanguard.
He's over there too.
Yeah, we actually have both members this time. Daniel's actually in the back here. We're actually hanging out at his place. But yeah, for this top 5, we are going to be counting down the top 5 starters in the game. We kind of just put our heads together and devised the top 5 of what we feel are the best starters. I mean, I did have... I mean, I did have final say in some of the opinions and everything, but you know, but yeah, we're just here to pretty much discuss with you guys right now. And keep in mind, this is English only, no
Japanese, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. But expect updates to these as always as new sets come out. But yeah, so without further ado, let's actually get started. So starting off with number 5. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys. Barkle is not going to be included on this list because he doesn't count, because he's not allowed as a starter. So yeah, free Barkle. All right. Anyways, starting off with number 5, we have your Beast Deity Riot Horn. Now he of course is a new starter for the Beast Deity Nova Grapplers introduced in set 10. He does a very simple but very effective ability that really does help with the deck. What he does is whenever a Beast Deity Nova Grappler is stood up in front of the same column as him, he stands up himself. So essentially it just allows you to help recycle and reset some columns, especially when combined with your Ethics Buster and Illuminal Dragon. Just allows you to just keep restanding your column for almost free, pretty much.
I mean, it's like a free trigger, basically 5k.
Yeah, it's pretty much you have like a built-in stand trigger. It's in a perfect world, of course, you know, if Eradicators and Kagero and such don't exist. Yeah, well, we haven't played Link Joker yet. I mean, it would be nice if he can live against them, but I mean, against other decks, he's very, very strong. He definitely helped turn around a lot of games for me when my opponent built a huge hand. So, really good clutch card. Yep. So that's it for number 5. Now, moving on to number 4. Red. Little Witch Lulu. Now, I mean, you guys know that this is going to be on this list, of course.
Lies.
Lies. Hey, shut up. But yeah, but just pretty much as Daniel from I Am Vanguard, who's not saying anything right now, said, Little Witch Lulu literally made Solus OTT. You know, I remember when Scarlet Witch Coco came out in set 2. I tried to find ways to actually make the deck work, but I mean, once I found out this card existed, well, you know, I already knew Solus was going to be OP. But yeah, Little Witch Lulu pretty much made Solus what it is. Of course, it allows you to enable your Scarlet Witch Coco the minute you ride when you ride her. So it's a lot more consistent, obviously. And it's a very splashable starter that you can use in other OTT variants, just because the ability to come out after you ride Grade 3 and then essentially become a luck bird is definitely a good effective skill. So definitely fits in with the OTT style of play. But Little Witch Lulu, of course, number 4. And moving on to number 3. Wingle Brave. Now, of course, I do play MLB, but Wingle Brave really is essential to the MLB deck. Just because, of course, Wingle Brave, whenever you boost a blaster unit and it hits anything, you can put him in Soul and search for any blaster card. So, you know, if you're obviously playing MLB, it allows you to get your key pieces or the MLB itself. It's for the consistency of the deck, for enabling your skills. Or if you're playing other blaster variants, such as like Escalpate the Blaster and other blaster cards.
Blaster Caro.
Yeah, Blaster Caro if you want to play him in the deck. He can even help with Shadow Paladins, although he is a Royal Paladin. So just a really good card just to help tutor into your deck and just helps with the deck's consistency. That's really a big criteria I have when it comes to good starters. Just a starter that can really help enhance the abilities of the deck and or just help with the consistency of the deck. So Wingle Brave does just that. Plus he's like a dog with a sword in his mouth. It's awesome.
That's cool.
It's cool. But yeah. So moving on to number 2. Now actually before we go to number 2, let's actually have a few honorable mentions for you guys. Just a few cards that didn't quite make the cut. The first honorable mention is actually, move these to the side. We have all these guys. Now, they all share the same ability of Counterblast 1, put him into the soul, and check the top 5 for a Grade 3. So it's a very generic skill. Although the power is really low at 4, it's very splashable in other generic versions of their respective clans. And, I mean, it can help with preventing misgrading and such, or if you're playing a deck that really relies on, you know, having Grade 3s in your hand, such as, you know, Draco Kid for Kagero for the end, Murakumo for Shiryukis and such. So it could definitely help with the deck's consistency, even if it's a very generic starter. So just a really good solid starter to splash in any variant deck that you're playing. And then next for honorable mentions, we have the Superior Riders. So Crip, of course, one of the OGs of it, for a starter that is. And you have Goyusha and Crimson Heart Nahas.
There's also the Descendant Superior Ride. Which
I don't play that. But yeah, so yeah, these are just, of course, originating from set 6 with Crip, just allowing to Superior Ride and pretty much try to jump the gun your opponent into grades. Going into grade 3 is very helpful. You sometimes do take a temporary minus when doing so, but I mean, it could help preventing you from getting being grade locked at 2, and it's just nice to be ahead of your opponent with the Superior Ride. So it didn't quite make the cut just because I don't think it enhances the deck at all. It just kind of just allows you to go to grade 3, which is great, but except for Goyusha though. He actually helps with D-Police, but I felt like the other stars on this list were just a lot more better for their decks. So they didn't quite make the cut, but still great. And then Mecha Trainer. Now you guys are pretty, now of course his counterpart, Conroe, I mean you guys can probably guess where he is on this list, but Mecha Trainer didn't quite make it because although he does the same skill as Conroe, Spike Brothers doesn't really have a lot of grade 1s to tutor into, so Mecha Trainer doesn't really help enhance Spike Brothers, but I mean, being able to search a Perfect Guard or Reckless Express or Wonder Boy is still nice, but it's not as game breaking for the deck as much as Conroe is for Kagero. Now, moving on to the rest of the list, speaking of Conroe, we have the white card. Lizard Soldier Conroe, I mean you guys already saw this coming. Lizard Soldier Conroe, as you see me explain in like almost every Kagero video I do, I mean Conroe is arguably the best starter.
Biased.
Not being biased, alright?
I'm not biased.
I mean, I can make arguments about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Conroe is just, Kagero just has a lot of great grade 1s to tutor into, especially in looking into future sets. So
especially future sets.
Just really, really good, consistent. And I mean, there's really not much more to say. I mean, you guys.
He got banned from the starter too. So.
Yeah, so in Japan, like Conroe is actually going to be banned. So luckily that's not coming to English. It's not coming to English. So yeah, Conroe still lives. But yeah,
you can see how
for now.
And then for number 1 is Lin Chu. So Ambush Dragon Eradicator Lin Chu.
I ruin your day starter.
Yeah,
I don't allow you play Vanguard cards.
Exactly. Lin Chu just pretty much says, "Oh, you like your starter? Well, I'm not gonna allow you to use it. So say goodbye to it."
Pretty much with us, screw all this. It's all about me.
Screws all these cards up. So sweeps all that. But yeah, Lin Chu just is very disruptive. I mean, if your opponent's playing a starter that really you don't feel too threatened about, it's not too game breaking for them, you can just keep the Lin Chu and then just use it for grade 1 because he kills grade 1s or less. Like it's so nuts how you can do that. So just ultimate anti-meta card. I mean, I guess he can fit in with Eradicators, I guess, but I mean, using his skill on top of the Eradicators' retiring abilities and other crazy skills they have, just automatically makes this deck really annoying. And the fact is, like I said, I mean, he can instantly put pressure on your opponent from the very beginning. So that's pretty much the idea with him. But yeah, guys, as always, tell me guys what you guys think. Leave a comment down below with any opinions, and as always, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to I Am Vanguard. And thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys later.
Special summon? Special summon?
Free Barco!